You don't need your radio or your PC to listen to Peterborough FM. Use your smartphone instead. Just use your browser and connect to www.peterborough.fm and click Listen Live.
Peterborough FM, the station that listens to you.
Hello and welcome to Esoteric Discussions with me, your host, Valentine St. Aubyn, a show where we go deep down into the rabbit hole. You can catch me every other Wednesday evening from 9 here on Peterborough FM and online. If you want to learn more about me, please visit my website at valentinesaintauben.co.uk. You can also listen to the archives of the show on my website as well. So, it's the 6th of July 2011, and my goodness, I don't know where this year is going, but we're already halfway through. And, well, it's been a very, very intense summer so far. We've been bombarded with energies from all directions. We had 2 eclipses in June. We've recently had a very strong solar flare, and if you are very sensitive to energies, then you probably will be feeling like you're in a cauldron. At least that's how I definitely feel. It's been very, very intense and high-strung. It has eased up slightly over the last couple of days, but it's been very high-strung out there. So if you have been feeling cranky, angry, tired, or just very overwhelmed, then know that you're not alone, as many of us are feeling this very intensely, and it's not going to get any easier anytime soon. So these next few years are going to be very extreme years, and we'll be talking about this in just a minute with my guest Ann Eller, who is joining us this evening. You know, these years we are in now are the years that so many different cultures have prophesized about. So tonight we have a great guest, Ann Eller, who has had an extraordinary life. Ann is a former nurse. She's a school teacher. She was a White House assistant during the Clinton administration and former assistant to the renowned astrophysicist and father of UFO research, Dr. J. Allen Hynek. She is the author of a wonderful book entitled Dragon in the Sky, Prophecy from the Stars. She'll be joining us in just a minute, but before she does, I just want to give you some background information to what we are discussing this evening. It's going to be a great show, so you know, if you really like things that are really out there, then you're going to love this tonight. So, in 1983, NASA announced that there appeared to be a large body beyond the realms of Pluto, which was as large as the planet Jupiter. It had been detected by IRAS, NASA's infrared telescope that had been set up only months before. The headline spread like wildfire, with many newspapers carrying the story. In Europe, the story also ran, and then suddenly NASA pulled the plug on the story, and all of the American newspapers went silent about this mysterious object that had been detected in the deepest part of our solar system. NASA originally named this object Planet X, although it has also recently been renamed as Nemesis, and there are now accepted scientific theories that point to this planet or body being responsible for many of Earth's cataclysms, including the extinction of the dinosaurs. Many astronomers have always believed that there was a missing planet in our solar system, and Planet X, or Nibiru, or also Nemesis, whatever you'd like to call it, cannot be dismissed as readily as NASA would like. So tonight I'm going to be talking about Planet X, which was known to the ancients by many names, but the Sumerians called it Nibiru, and we'll be discussing this along with many other issues tonight with my guest Ann Eller. We're going to be talking about some very serious issues as well tonight. So I want you to sit back and enjoy the show, because this is going to be a great one. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Ann Eller. Ann, welcome to the show. Hello, Ann, are you there? Ann, can you hear me? Okay, well, it looks like we've lost the call, so what we'll do is we'll go to a break, and hopefully she'll be back with us on the other side. Okay, so, well, we're back on air. This is me, Valentine St. Aubyn, and you're listening to Esoteric Discussions. And we're just trying to get our guest on the line, so hopefully now, if I open up a mic, she might be there. Anne, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Hi, well, welcome to the show. Thank you. We seem to be having some.
Me.
Yeah, well, I'm really excited about having you tonight. We've obviously been exchanging quite a few emails, but this is our first time really talking on the phone with each other, so I'm very excited about that. So, just, I mean, you might have missed some of the introduction, but I just wanted to just also let the audience know, this is a new radio show, and we're here on Peterborough FM, which is a community radio station. And, in the metaphysical and New Age community, we talk amongst ourselves in almost another language because there are so many concepts that we have reconciled with ourselves over the course of our lives as being true. But for others, well, they are miles away from what we believe. So when I decided to start this radio show, I deliberately wanted to get out of the safe zone and take this information to those who may be ready to hear, but just haven't been exposed to this type of information yet. Because, obviously, Anne, as we both know, there are some very important things happening here on the planet at the moment.
That's for sure. In fact, just about an hour ago, there was another very large earthquake.
Right, where was that?
Just northeast of New Zealand,
right,
in the Kermadec Islands. It was a 7.9, but the USGS is dumbing down all of those numbers.
Yes.
So we can assume that it was at least an 8.4.
That's right. And I think I actually recalled with the Japanese earthquake, they did the same thing, didn't they? They said it was like an 8 point something, and then finally they admitted it was about a 9 point or something, it was a bit higher than what they had originally said. Yeah. Well, the Western world, through its economies is collapsing. And I know a lot of people think things will go back to how they have always been, but we are moving into a brand new cycle of time. And, with the information you've just given me this evening, it's definitely speeding up. Things are speeding up with great force. And also, you're in Arizona, aren't you?
Pardon?
You're in Arizona, aren't you?
Yes, in Sedona, Arizona.
In Sedona. And I heard about, you had, I think it was yesterday, did you have a big dust storm or something?
Well, it's the monsoon season now, and we've been getting really heavy rains, and we had hail that was about the size of a $50.
Right, so it was very abnormal, let's say.
And we also had a very good UFO sighting the night of the 4th of July.
Right.
Over in Cottonwood, some people saw it, and they were so excited. They're drawing pictures, and they're reporting it to all the agencies.
Yeah.
And we also had a sighting of Bigfoot here a couple of weeks ago.
Right, okay.
So we're getting a lot of activity over here.
It seems like there are more and more sightings going on. I mean, I know there's always been lots of sightings, people always seeing UFOs and having, experiences, but would you say that they have increased probably in the last couple of years?
Yes, definitely.
Quite dramatically.
Mm-hmm. And that's on purpose. They're showing themselves to larger groups of people for longer periods of time now. Because it's getting ready. I mean, it's time for us to accept that we're not the only ones in the universe.
Yes.
And it's time for us to begin our interaction with our neighbors throughout the galaxy. I think it's one of the most exciting times you could be alive on the Earth.
Well, as they say, we've chosen to sort of be here at this time. I mean, I know there's quite a lot of people on the planet currently, so,
yes.
I think the problem for many of us who, we've been into this information for many, many years. I mean, I've been into this information since I was a kid. It just came very natural to me, and I've never questioned the fact that we're not alone or, with all the different subjects